Hello everyone, it's Maria from Pebbley Rose Paper Crafting. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Welcome and thank you so much for stopping by. Today I'm going to feature some sneak peek product which will be coming your way on the 3rd of January. This time I'll get it right. In my last video I said 3rd of June twice towards the end of that video. So today I'm going to get this right. 3rd of January. This is when our new occasions catalogue will come live for customers to order from, and also the celebration catalogue will also become live on the 3rd of January, and you can order these gorgeous products at that time. So today I'm featuring the Butterfly Gala bundle. This includes a photopolymer stamp set, and I'll show you that. It's very clear. I've already used it once, and I'm going to show you the card I am creating for my thank you cards for the next month, and also the gorgeous matching butterfly punch, and you can cut out 2 butterflies with that punch, so that's fantastic. And I'm also featuring the lace dynamic embossing folder. So we'll get started on our project. First off, I am using mint macaron. This is half an A4 and scored in half again. So I'm just going to burnish the score line that I have pre-done with my bone folder. This is a Stampin' Up bone folder, but you can use, of course, any bone folder you have in your stash. Next, I have 2 pieces of Whisper White cardstock. I've cut them to size so that they layer on top of the A6 card base, okay? And they're both exactly the same size. On one of these, I'm going to emboss it right now with my Big Shot, and I'm going to use the lace dynamic embossing folder. So I'll just bring that out very quickly. This is a quick card, so if you are struggling for ideas and you want something a little bit wow, this card is very nice. I made it one and I've sent one off to one of my customers, and so today I'm going to do the same. So with this card now, I'm just going to angle it where I would like it within the folder, and let's see, I'll have it up here, I think. Yep. Make sure it's straight. Pop that in. One cutting pad and just your platform, and crank that through. This leaves a really nice deep impressions, and I'll show you that, and it is just beautiful. Look at that, how deep that is. So it's just beautiful. That's the emboss side and that's the other side. So I'm going to use this side, but that turned out just beautiful. Very elegant, very nice. You can use that for any occasions. Any occasion, not occasions. All right, so that's done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my Stamparatus, and I've got a piece of Whisper White cardstock, just a scrap piece, and I'm going to bring out, now which image will I choose? I will choose this one over here, okay? And I'll bring that out. Now this image, this is one step, okay? And this makes it easy for you, so when you want to cut this, punch these out, you can. So I'll just now ink that up in Memento Tuxedo Black. I'll just bring that up. And I'll just ink up that stamp. Just make sure that's right in the corner. Okay. And that turned out pretty perfect. Love it. Okay, so I'll just give that a bit of a clean with my chamois. Okay. Take that out, and then there are images here that you can use. Now you can choose to colour this with your watercolour pencils or whatever you wish. I'm actually going to be using the actual stamps. Okay, so you have the top part of the wings and the bottom part of the wings. You can change their colours. I'm just going to keep it really simple, and I'm going to use mint macaron. I tend to go for monochromatic kind of cards. I find for myself that they're striking for me, and I really enjoy using them. So that's what I'll be doing. So make sure that's right. Oh, just make sure it's right in the corner for me. And I'll reposition that stamp again. And if you're mass producing, of course, you use your Stamparatus to its full potential, and that is to position everything and have it all ready for mass production. Makes it nice and easy. So now I'm just going to ink that up in mint macaron. Okay. Hopefully that turned out right the first time. And it did. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, I'll clean that up. And then I'll bring the bottom half. Of that stamp. And I'll position that as well. And I'll ink that up as well in mint macaron. Just going to give this a wipe so I don't get it all over my project unwittingly. And that turned out dismal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this all over again. These things happen, don't they? So, yeah, I'll do it again on this side. Yeah, I'll start it all over again. Ink that up again in Memento. Okay, that turned out good. Now I'll use that to position the colour. Okay, turned out perfect. Okay, bring out the bottom half, and this time hopefully I'll get it right. Okay, make sure it's right in the corner. And that turned out pretty good, except for that extra bit there, but that's okay. We will punch that out anyway, so you won't even see it. And the next one I'm going to bring is this image over here, and this will lay down the colour for that butterfly as well. So I'll pop that over here. Okay, and that turned out really lovely. I'm going to stamp this again on this side, but I'm going to leave that on the Stamparatus there. And what I'm going to do is take off that clear grip, and I'm going to stamp this image again, but I'm only going to ink up that butterfly there in Memento. Just wipe off the excess ink where I don't need it. Okay, so that's done. I'm going to wipe that off. And then I'm going to turn my Stamparatus around the lid, and I'm going to now ink up the butterfly, and hopefully it should be in the right place. And I've got that there all ready to go. Nope, completely wrong. Oh, that theory doesn't work. So I'll do it further up this way. Go underneath there. Sometimes you can do that too. So I just moved it. So now that worked out really perfect, and that's turned out good now too. So I'll just clean that up. I'm going to put my clear grip back on here, so it's ready to go for the next time. Alright, so that's finished. Then I'm going to grab the punch, close this up. Okay, grab the punch, and I'm going to punch out the two butterflies at the same time. So I'll just make sure it is perfectly aligned before I punch it out. Okay. Okay, so these turned out perfect. Check them out, beautiful. And I'm going to punch one more. And there we go, that's punched out nice. And they're coloured the same. Now with their bodies, so they've got images of their bodies, so they're right there and there. I'm going to use just my, I'm going to use my block. I just find it's easier. So I'll just grab the big body right there. And I'm going to use my Memento ink for that. I just find it's easier to ink this after, so I'm just going to bring it close to me here for a minute. So I did it like that. And then clean that up. And then I'll get the little body, which is over here. Let's see, that's down the bottom. Okay, just ink that up. And I'll bring that close to me here so I can see it properly. Oops. So that's one, a little crooked, sorry. And then I'm going to do this one too. And that's the second one. Okay, so these turned out really beautiful. I love them. And ink that up. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut up this strip of Whisper White, and I'm going to cut a 1-inch strip. So I'll just bring my trimmer and I'll just trim off all of these little bits and pieces here. Make them nice and straight. Have a nice straight edge. And I'm going to guesstimate how much I will need. So I'll need about this much. I'll say that much. Okay, and I'll go down to 1 inch for that, so I'll use that measurement there on that side there and cut that up, and I have a 1 inch strip of Whisper White cardstock. And then I'm going to bring back my Stamparatus and I am going to stamp the sentiment that says thank you so very much. So I'll just angle it where I would like it. So I'll angle it a little bit more towards here. Just make sure it's nice and straight. And I'm going to ink that up in Memento Tuxedo Black. And the reason why I like using my Stamparatus is if I don't get it right, I can re-ink it again and I don't have to muck around. And I might do it again just to be to make sure that it's all looks even. Give it a good press because I was a little bit heavy-handed on the H, so now I have to match it up. But I think that turned out really good. I love that. So we'll clean that up, and then we won't need the Stamparatus anymore. It's all finished. So I'll just grab my card base. Oh, the inside of the card, I forgot to do that one. So I'll bring back my Stamparatus. And I'm going to bring back that butterfly stamp. And I'm just going to angle that stamp just down the bottom here. And I'll use my Mint Macaron ink. And I'm just going to ink up just the large butterfly. And what I'll do is I'll use my chamois to wipe off the ink from the small butterfly because I don't want to use that. So make sure my piece of cardstock is right to the side, and I'll just stamp that right in the corner there. See how that turned out? Beautiful. Oops. Wipe that off. Okay, now put the Stamparatus away, and we'll just put this card together. It'll come together very quickly. So I've used it to go lengthwise, but you can also use it to go this way. But I think it looks pretty down the side there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put that piece of cardstock right here, so that strip there with the sentiment, and I'll just put some glue right around and I'll just put it towards the middle but more towards the bottom. And give it a little press so it adheres down, and then I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to cut the excess right off. Just make sure it adheres down properly. Okay, so it's nice and now all finished. I will put some glue just on the edges and I'll stick that down to the card base. Okay, and I'll just grab my little butterflies and just give them a bit of a lift. I'll just grab my tweezers and I'm just going to put glue down the middle there. Oops, I think I was a little heavy-handed with that glue. So what I'll do is I'll use the smaller butterflies and grab some glue off that, put it up facing that way. The same goes with this one. Do it like that. And so what I'll do now with the butterfly is make this go like so. Give it a bit of a lift. And then I'm going to grab my other little butterfly and I'll put it this way. And I'll grab my other butterfly and I'll put it about this way as well, just over here. Okay, so that's that card front all done. And the next thing I'm going to do is adhere the inside of the card. So I'll just put glue just on the edges. And I'll just adhere that now to the inside of this card. And it is now complete. I'll just make sure it is, whoops. Just make sure now that I've centered it correct. And one good thing about having liquid glue is that you can have wiggle room. You can move things around for a little bit. And that's my card for today. I hope you like it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave a comment below this video, or you can contact me through my online store at pepperlyrose.stampinup.net. And you can use the contact me section there, and you can email me and ask me any question you wish. And if you wish to purchase this on the 3rd of January, you may do so through my online store, again at pepperlyrose.stampinup.net, and I would appreciate your business very much. So thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye for now.